What if your brain is only operating at 10% of its true potential? Not because of the old myth, but because most people never learn to activate the hidden neural networks that separate genius from average thinking. This isn't about becoming slightly smarter or memorizing trivial facts. It's about triggering a profound shift in how your brain processes reality, a shift that allows certain individuals to see opportunities, patterns, and solutions that remain invisible to everyone else. This is why some people seem to effortlessly attract success while others struggle to make progress. Supreme Brain Activation reveals the breakthrough science of neural optimization, the principles that transform ordinary minds into prediction engines, pattern recognizers, and opportunity magnets. This isn't theory or wishful thinking. It's about rewiring your brain's fundamental architecture to operate at a level where success becomes the only logical outcome. Lesson 1. Your genius activates when inner noise quiets completely. The human mind possesses extraordinary capabilities that often remain dormant beneath layers of mental noise. This endless stream of thoughts, worries, and internal dialogue creates constant interference, blocking access to our innate genius. Like static on a radio preventing us from hearing a clear symphony, mental chatter obscures our highest cognitive potential. Think about those rare moments of perfect calm, when internal dialogue ceases and mental clarity emerges. Perhaps you've experienced this during deep focus, meditation, or moments of flow. These glimpses reveal your natural state of genius, temporarily unveiled when inner noise subsides. The key to accessing your supreme intelligence lies not in adding more information or techniques, but in removing the obstacles that block its expression. Just as a cloudy pond becomes clear when the sediment settles, your brilliant mind emerges naturally when mental turbulence calms. This process requires cultivating inner quiet through consistent practice. Every time you notice your mind spinning with unnecessary thoughts, gently return to present moment awareness. This helps establish neural pathways that support mental clarity. It's not about forcing thoughts away but allowing them to settle by withdrawing attention from the noise. Like a snow globe that clears only when you stop shaking it, your mind reveals its inherent wisdom when you stop agitating it with constant thinking. As you practice inner quietude, solutions arise spontaneously, creativity flows effortlessly, and learning accelerates dramatically. This is your natural state of genius emerging from beneath the surface noise. The more you experience this clarity, the more readily you can access it in daily life. Your brain reorganizes itself through consistent exposure to mental quiet, new neural networks form, stress hormones decrease, and brain wave patterns shift toward states associated with peak performance. This creates an upward spiral where each experience of clarity makes the next one easier to access. Start by noticing your thoughts without getting caught up in them. Watch them like clouds passing through the sky, neither holding on nor pushing away. As you develop this witness perspective, gaps naturally appear between thoughts. These gaps are doorways to your genius state. In these spaces of mental quiet, you'll discover an intelligence that operates beyond conventional thinking. Insights arise effortlessly, complex problems resolve themselves, and information integrates naturally into understanding. This is supreme brain activation in action. The key is patience and persistence. Don't expect instant silence, the mind's momentum takes time to settle. But with consistent practice, you'll experience longer periods of clarity where genius naturally emerges. Your highest cognitive potential already exists within you, waiting to be unveiled through inner silence. As mental noise subsides, supreme intelligence activates, not through force, but through allowing your mind to settle into its natural state of clarity and coherence. This is the foundation for accessing the extraordinary capabilities that lead to effortless success. Lesson 2. Mental mastery attracts opportunities automatically. The universe operates through invisible forces of attraction, and your mind serves as a powerful magnet, drawing experiences into your reality. When you achieve true mental mastery, opportunities begin appearing in your life with surprising synchronicity. This phenomenon isn't mystical, it's based on proven principles of neuroscience and quantum physics. Mental mastery involves training your brain to maintain optimal states of focused awareness and emotional equilibrium. When your mind achieves this level of refined operation, you naturally become more attuned to opportunities in your environment. Your pattern recognition abilities sharpen, allowing you to spot connections and possibilities that others miss entirely. The process begins with developing complete command over your attention. Most people's minds drift between past regrets and future anxieties, missing the wealth of opportunities available in the present moment. Through consistent practice of presence and mindfulness, you can anchor your awareness firmly in the now. This creates a state of heightened receptivity where you're fully available to recognize and act on favorable circumstances as they arise. Your reticular activating system, RAS, plays a crucial role in this process. This neural network acts as a filter, determining what information from your environment reaches your conscious awareness. When you achieve mental mastery, you effectively program your RAS to seek out opportunities aligned with your goals and aspirations. What once seemed like coincidence becomes a natural flow of fortunate circumstances. The electromagnetic field generated by your brain extends far beyond your physical body. As you develop mental mastery, this field becomes more coherent and powerful. You begin resonating at frequencies that naturally attract similar energies and opportunities. This explains why people with highly developed minds often report that success seems to find them rather than requiring constant pursuit. Practical application of mental mastery involves maintaining unwavering focus on your desired outcomes while remaining detached from specific paths to achievement. This creates a state of relaxed alertness that keeps you open to unexpected opportunities. Rather than forcing things to happen, you allow success to unfold naturally through heightened awareness and strategic action. Developing mental mastery requires dedicated practice. Regular meditation strengthens your ability to direct and sustain attention. Visualization exercises help program your subconscious mind to recognize relevant opportunities. Maintaining emotional equilibrium prevents reactive behaviors that might cause you to miss favorable circumstances. The most powerful aspect of mental mastery is its compounding effect. As you consistently maintain optimal mental states, you build momentum. Each success reinforces your confidence and capability, making it easier to maintain mastery. This creates an upward spiral where opportunities flow with increasing frequency and magnitude. Your mental state broadcasts a constant signal to the universe. When you achieve true mastery, that signal becomes crystal clear, coherent, and aligned with your highest aspirations. This clarity acts as a beacon, drawing opportunities and resources required for your success. The key is maintaining this refined mental state consistently, not just during meditation or visualization exercises. Success becomes automatic not because you stop taking action, but because your actions arise from a place of supreme clarity and alignment. Mental mastery is a practice, not a destination. Even masters continue refining their mental capabilities. The key is consistent dedication to maintaining optimal states of consciousness while remaining open to ever greater levels of awareness and opportunity. As your mastery deepens, the connection between your mental state and external circumstances becomes increasingly evident, creating a natural flow of success in your life. Lesson 3: Elevated consciousness creates effortless excellence. The journey to elevated consciousness begins with a fundamental understanding: excellence doesn't have to be a struggle. When we raise our level of awareness, remarkable capabilities emerge naturally and effortlessly. This phenomenon occurs because elevated consciousness allows us to operate from a higher plane of intelligence and insight. Think about how different activities feel when you're fully rested versus exhausted, or calm versus stressed. In states of elevated consciousness, your mind becomes crystal clear, your energy flows smoothly, and complex tasks feel remarkably manageable. This isn't coincidence, it's the direct result of accessing enhanced mental states that transcend ordinary thinking. The path to elevated consciousness involves systematically releasing limitations and expanding your awareness beyond conventional boundaries. This process begins with recognizing that your current level of consciousness creates your current results. As you raise your consciousness, new possibilities emerge that were previously invisible to you. Solutions appear spontaneously, creativity flows freely, and excellence becomes your natural state. Through regular practice, you can train yourself to maintain higher states of consciousness throughout your daily activities. This involves developing present moment awareness, releasing emotional blockages, and cultivating inner stillness. As your consciousness expands, you'll notice that challenges that once seemed overwhelming become increasingly manageable. Your responses become more elegant, your decisions more precise, and your actions more effective. The connection between consciousness and excellence is based on accessing clearer perception and enhanced processing abilities. When consciousness is elevated, you perceive more subtle information, process data more efficiently, and integrate insights more effectively. This creates a natural state of excellence that doesn't require forcing or straining. One powerful way to raise consciousness is through regular meditation and mindfulness practices. These techniques help you transcend mental noise and access deeper levels of awareness. As you practice, you'll discover that elevated consciousness isn't just a temporary state, it becomes your new baseline for operating in the world. Physical practices also play a crucial role in raising consciousness. Proper breathing, movement, and body awareness help integrate higher states of consciousness into your entire being. This creates a foundation for sustained excellence across all areas of life. Your nervous system becomes more refined, your energy more balanced, and your actions more precise. Elevated consciousness is the gateway to effortless excellence. By consistently raising your awareness, you unlock the extraordinary capabilities that lie within you, allowing success to flow naturally and effortlessly into your life. The beauty of elevated consciousness is that it transforms not just what you do, but how you do it. Tasks that once required intense effort become smooth and natural. Creative solutions emerge spontaneously. Your ability to handle complex situations improves dramatically. This isn't about working harder. It's about operating from a higher level of awareness that naturally produces superior results. As your consciousness elevates, you'll notice that excellence becomes increasingly effortless. This doesn't mean you won't face challenges, but rather that you'll handle them with greater ease and effectiveness. Your responses become more elegant, your decisions more aligned, and your actions more impactful. You'll find yourself achieving better results while expending less energy. Learning to maintain elevated consciousness during daily activities is essential for sustained excellence. This involves developing awareness of your mental and emotional states, consciously choosing more elevated responses and consistently aligning with higher principles. As this becomes habitual, excellence flows naturally in everything you do. The practice of elevating consciousness creates a positive feedback loop. As you operate from higher states, you naturally attract more opportunities for growth and excellence. Your enhanced perception allows you to recognize and capitalize on these opportunities more effectively. This creates a self-reinforcing cycle of expanding awareness and increasing excellence. Elevated consciousness isn't a destination but an ongoing journey of expansion and refinement. Each step forward opens new possibilities for growth and excellence. By committing to this path of conscious evolution, you create the conditions for effortless excellence to emerge naturally in every aspect of your life. Lesson 4: Brain waves align with success when mind becomes clear. The human brain operates in various frequencies throughout the day, each corresponding to different states of consciousness and capability. Understanding these brainwave patterns and learning to consciously shift between them opens doors to unprecedented levels of success and achievement. When the mind becomes crystal clear, our brain naturally aligns with the frequencies most conducive to peak performance and attraction of positive outcomes. Beta waves dominate our normal waking consciousness, characterized by active thinking, analysis, and engagement with the external world. While necessary for daily functioning, excessive beta activity can create mental noise that blocks access to deeper states of intelligence. The key to unlocking higher potential lies in developing the ability to shift into alpha and theta states at will. Alpha waves emerge when the mind begins to clear and settle into a relaxed yet alert state. This is where creativity, intuition, and learning abilities are enhanced. Many of history's greatest inventors and innovators made their breakthrough discoveries while in alpha state. Through regular practice of mind-clearing techniques like meditation, deep breathing, and mindful awareness, you can learn to access alpha waves whenever needed. Theta waves represent an even deeper state of mental clarity where the subconscious mind becomes more accessible. This is the state where profound insights, spiritual awareness, and transformative ideas often emerge. Athletes call it being in the zone, while artists refer to it as flow state. When brain waves slow to theta frequency, the mind becomes extraordinarily receptive to new information and capable of processing complex problems with remarkable ease. The deepest state of delta waves occurs primarily during deep sleep, but advanced practitioners can access aspects of this rejuvenating frequency while maintaining conscious awareness. This combination of deep relaxation with alert consciousness creates optimal conditions for healing, regeneration, and integration of higher knowledge. Training your brain to achieve these clarified states becomes easier with consistent practice. Start by creating regular periods and intentional stillness in your daily routine. Even 5 minutes of focused breathing can begin to shift your brain waves from beta to alpha. As you develop this skill, you'll notice an increased ability to enter productive states of consciousness at will. Modern technology offers valuable tools for brainwave entrainment through binaural beats, light therapy, and neurofeedback devices. These can help train your brain to achieve and maintain optimal frequencies for success. However, the most powerful method remains the natural development of mental clarity through consistent inner work. As your mind becomes clearer, you'll notice a natural alignment between your brain waves and opportunities for success. Problems that once seemed overwhelming become manageable. Creative solutions arise spontaneously. Learning becomes effortless. You'll find yourself naturally attracting the right circumstances and people to support your goals. The correlation between clear mind states and success is not merely metaphysical, it's grounded in neuroscience. When brain waves align with clear mental states, neural networks function more efficiently, stress hormones decrease, and the brain's natural problem-solving capabilities optimize. This creates a physiological state where success becomes the path of least resistance. Develop awareness of your current brainwave state throughout the day. Notice when you feel scattered versus focused, stressed versus calm, locked versus flowing. This awareness alone will help you begin recognizing and cultivating the states most conducive to success. With practice, you'll develop the ability to shift your brain waves intentionally, accessing the exact frequency needed for any given situation. The journey to success becomes remarkably different when approached from a state of mental clarity. Instead of forcing outcomes through willpower and stress, you'll find yourself naturally aligned with achievement. Your clear mind becomes a powerful attractor, drawing opportunities and solutions to you with surprising ease. This is the natural result of brain waves aligned with success through the power of mental clarity. This alignment is a skill that can be developed and strengthened over time. Each moment spent in mental clarity builds neural pathways that make future access easier. Your brain is incredibly adaptable, constantly refining itself based on how you use it. Choose to cultivate states of clarity and watch as success naturally follows the coherent patterns of your thoughts. Lesson 5: Supreme intelligence flows in states of pure presence. Pure presence is the gateway to accessing supreme intelligence. When we fully inhabit the present moment, dropping all mental constructs about past and future, our innate brilliance naturally emerges. This state of pure presence isn't something we need to create or achieve. It's our natural condition when we remove the obstacles of scattered attention and mental noise. The intelligence that becomes available in states of pure presence far exceeds our normal cognitive capabilities. This is because presence allows us to tap into what could be called field intelligence or universal mind. Rather than relying solely on the limited processing power of our individual brain, we gain access to a vast network of intelligence that permeates all of existence. To understand this better, consider how your mind works when you're fully absorbed in an activity you love. Time seems to disappear, self-consciousness drops away, and solutions arise effortlessly. This is presence in action. You're no longer thinking about thinking. You're simply being, and in that being, a higher intelligence takes over. The key to cultivating pure presence lies in developing moment-to-moment awareness. This means bringing full attention to whatever is happening right now, whether you're eating breakfast, having a conversation, or solving a complex problem. When attention is completely unified with the present moment, the mind becomes extraordinarily clear and receptive. In this receptive state, insights and solutions often appear spontaneously. It is as if the answers we seek have always been there waiting for us to become quiet enough to receive them. This is why many of history's greatest discoveries and innovations came during moments of relaxed presence rather than intense analytical thinking. Mindfulness serves as a foundational practice for developing pure presence. However, the goal isn't to become more mindful as a technique, but rather to recognize and rest in the awareness that's already here. This natural awareness is always present like the sky behind the clouds. Our task is simply to notice it and allow it to expand. The practical applications of presence-based intelligence are vast. In business, it enables clearer decision-making and more innovative problem-solving. In relationships, it fosters deeper understanding and more authentic connection. In learning, it accelerates comprehension and retention. In any field requiring peak performance, pure presence provides access to optimal states of functioning. To cultivate this state in daily life, begin by regularly pausing throughout the day to fully experience the present moment. Notice the sensations in your body, the sounds in your environment, the quality of your breathing. Let go of any mental commentary about what you're experiencing and simply be with what is. As you develop this capacity for presence, you'll notice that your mind becomes naturally quieter and more spacious. This creates room for higher intelligence to flow through. Solutions to problems often arise unexpectedly, and you'll find yourself operating with greater wisdom and effectiveness in all areas of life. The state of pure presence also has a profound effect on those around you. When you're fully present with others, they tend to respond in kind, leading to more meaningful interactions and collaborative breakthroughs. Your presence becomes a catalyst for collective intelligence to emerge. Pure presence isn't a special state to achieve, but rather your natural condition when all mental noise subsides. It's always available, waiting to be recognized beneath the layers of thought and distraction. As you consistently return to this space of clear presence, you'll discover that supreme intelligence is not something to develop, but rather your true nature revealing itself. Through regular practice and deepening recognition, states of pure presence become more accessible and sustainable. This allows for a continuous flow of higher intelligence in your daily life, leading to naturally elevated performance and effortless excellence in everything you do. Lesson 6: Your mind magnetizes solutions when perfectly still. The most profound solutions emerge when the mind enters a state of perfect stillness. In this sacred space of mental quietude, your brain naturally attracts and generates solutions to challenges that once seemed insurmountable. This magnetism of solutions is not mystical. It's a natural consequence of allowing your mind to operate at its optimal capacity without interference. When the mind becomes perfectly still, it creates a clear channel for insight and innovation. Think of your mind as a pond. When the water is agitated and choppy, it's impossible to see beneath the surface. But when the water becomes completely still, you can see straight to the bottom with perfect clarity. This same principle applies to your thinking process. Mental stillness allows you to perceive solutions that were always present but hidden beneath the turbulent surface of your thoughts. The practice of achieving mental stillness begins with understanding that your normal thinking state is often cluttered with unnecessary mental activity. Most people's minds are constantly processing past events, worrying about future scenarios, or engaging in pointless internal dialogue. This mental noise acts as static that prevents clear reception of solutions. By learning to quiet this mental chatter, you create the conditions for solution magnetism to occur. Meditation serves as the primary gateway to perfect mental stillness. Through consistent meditation practice, you develop the ability to observe your thoughts without engaging with them. This observation creates space between you and your thinking process, allowing mental activity to naturally settle. As this settling occurs, your brain enters a state of heightened receptivity where solutions can emerge spontaneously. The solution magnetizing power of stillness operates through several mechanisms. First, when your mind is still, it can access the vast repository of knowledge and experience stored in your subconscious mind. Second, mental stillness allows your brain to form new neural connections, leading to creative insights and novel solutions. Third, a quiet mind becomes highly sensitive to subtle information and patterns that would otherwise go unnoticed. To cultivate this solution, magnetizing stillness, establish a daily practice of sitting in silence. Begin with short periods of 5 to 10 minutes, gradually extending the duration as your capacity for stillness grows. Focus on your breath or a simple point of attention, allowing thoughts to pass by without engagement. When you notice your mind wandering, gently return to your point of focus without judgment or frustration. As you develop proficiency in achieving mental stillness, you'll notice solutions beginning to arise spontaneously. Complex problems often resolve themselves without conscious effort. Creative ideas flow naturally. Decision-making becomes clearer and more intuitive. This is your mind's natural problem-solving ability operating without interference from mental noise. The practice of mental stillness extends beyond formal meditation sessions. Learn to create moments of stillness throughout your day. Before important meetings, take a minute to center yourself in stillness. When faced with challenges, pause to create internal quiet before responding. These brief periods of stillness serve as reset points for your mind, maintaining its solution magnetizing capacity. Perfect stillness doesn't mean forcefully suppressing thoughts. Instead, it's about creating the conditions where mental activity naturally subsides. This requires patience and gentle persistence. Each time you practice, you strengthen your ability to access this powerful state of consciousness where solutions naturally gravitate toward you. The magnetism of solutions through mental stillness represents one of the most practical applications of brain optimization. By cultivating this ability, you transform your relationship with problems and challenges. Instead of struggling to force solutions through intense thinking, you learn to create the internal conditions where solutions naturally emerge. This shift from effort to effortlessness marks a significant evolution in your problem-solving capacity and overall cognitive function. Lesson 7: Quantum leaps happen through expanded awareness. The true nature of quantum leaps in human consciousness mirrors the fascinating behavior of particles in quantum physics, sudden dramatic shifts that transcend conventional boundaries of growth and learning. When we expand our awareness beyond its typical confines, we access realms of possibility that remain hidden in our regular states of consciousness. This expanded awareness creates the conditions for extraordinary breakthroughs in understanding, creativity, and personal evolution. Our normal waking consciousness represents only a thin slice of our full potential. By intentionally expanding our awareness, we begin to perceive connections, insights, and opportunities that were always present but previously invisible to our limited perception. This expansion happens naturally when we release our rigid mental constructs and allow our consciousness to flow into broader territories of experience. The practice of expanding awareness starts with recognizing that our current perspective is inherently limited. Just as a two-dimensional being cannot comprehend three-dimensional space, our regular consciousness cannot grasp higher dimensions of understanding until we stretch beyond our comfortable boundaries. This stretching happens through specific practices that challenge our existing mental frameworks. Deep meditation serves as one gateway to expanded awareness. As we quiet the constant chatter of our analytical mind, we create space for broader perspectives to emerge. This is not about forcing new thoughts or trying to figure things out. It's about opening ourselves to levels of awareness that transcend ordinary thinking. In this expanded state, solutions and insights often appear spontaneously as if downloaded from a higher source. Movement practices like Qi, Gong, yoga, or free-form dance can also catalyze quantum shifts in awareness. These practices help us break free from our habitual patterns of being and perceiving, allowing new neural pathways to form. As we move in novel ways, our consciousness naturally expands to encompass new possibilities. The body becomes a vehicle for accessing expanded states of awareness. Nature immersion provides another powerful pathway to quantum consciousness shifts. When we fully immerse ourselves in natural settings, our awareness naturally expands beyond our individual concerns to embrace larger patterns and rhythms. This expanded perspective often triggers spontaneous insights and breakthrough realizations that were inaccessible in our normal state of consciousness. The practice of contemplative inquiry, asking deep questions without immediately seeking answers, creates an open field where quantum leaps in understanding can occur. By holding questions lightly while maintaining expanded awareness, we allow higher-order solutions to emerge organically. This approach bypasses the limitations of linear thinking and accesses more sophisticated levels of intelligence. Sound and vibration serve as powerful tools for expanding awareness and facilitating quantum shifts. Specific frequencies, particularly binaural beats and harmonic overtones, help entrain our brains to more expansive states of consciousness. Regular exposure to these frequencies supports the development of new neural networks capable of processing information at higher levels. Creating art in any form, visual, musical, written, or movement-based, naturally expands our awareness beyond ordinary reality. The creative process requires us to access non-ordinary states of consciousness where quantum leaps in understanding become possible. Making art trains our capacity to expand awareness while engaging with concrete forms of expression. Working with expanded awareness requires patience and persistence. Initial experiences may be subtle, but with regular practice, our capacity to maintain broader states of consciousness gradually increases. Each quantum leap builds upon previous expansions, creating an upward spiral of growing awareness and capability. The key is maintaining gentle persistence without forcing or straining. Vision practices like sky gazing or candle gazing help stretch our perceptual boundaries and expand states of awareness. As we soften our gaze and allow our visual field to expand, our consciousness naturally follows suit. These practices train our ability to maintain broad awareness while staying present with specific focal points. These quantum leaps in consciousness cannot be forced or scheduled, but we can create optimal conditions for their emergence through dedicated practice by regularly engaging in awareness. Expanding activities while maintaining an attitude of receptive openness, we maximize our chances of experiencing breakthrough shifts in understanding and capability. Each quantum leap opens new territories of possibility for accelerated growth and learning. Lesson 8: Success sees those who access higher mind states. The most remarkable achievements in human history have consistently emerged from people who learn to access elevated states of consciousness. These higher mind states represent the pinnacle of human potential, where ordinary thinking transforms into extraordinary insight and capability. When you learn to consistently access these elevated mental planes, success naturally gravitates toward you like a magnetic force. Higher mind states are characterized by expanded awareness, heightened perception, and a profound sense of clarity that transcends conventional thinking. In these states, you process information differently, seeing connections, patterns, and possibilities that remain invisible to the ordinary consciousness. This elevated perception creates a natural attractor field for opportunities and solutions. To access these higher states, begin by understanding that your normal waking consciousness represents just one level of awareness. Through specific practices and techniques, you can systematically expand your conscious awareness to access more refined and powerful mental territories. This expansion starts with deep relaxation, where you deliberately slow down your mental activity and create space for higher awareness to emerge. Meditation serves as a fundamental gateway to these elevated states. Through regular practice, you train your mind to move beyond its habitual patterns and access deeper levels of consciousness. Start with simple breathing awareness, gradually extending your sessions as you become more comfortable with sustained attention. As your practice deepens, you'll notice subtle shifts in your perception and processing abilities. Your brain wave patterns play a crucial role in accessing higher mind states. While beta waves characterize normal waking consciousness, alpha and theta waves correlate with enhanced creativity, insight, and intuitive understanding through specific breathing techniques, visualization, and sound technologies. You can deliberately shift your brainwave patterns to support access to these elevated states. The environment you create around yourself significantly influences your ability to maintain higher consciousness. Create dedicated spaces for your practice that support mental clarity and minimize distractions. Regular exposure to nature, peaceful surroundings, and positive influences help stabilize these elevated states throughout your daily activities. As you consistently access higher mind states, you'll notice a natural transformation in how opportunities and success scenarios unfold in your life. Solutions appear more readily, creative insights flow more easily, and synchronistic events become more frequent. This occurs because your expanded awareness allows you to perceive and act upon possibilities that previously remained hidden from view. Success magnetism develops as a natural consequence of maintaining these elevated states. Your enhanced perception and processing abilities allow you to recognize and capitalize on opportunities more effectively. Decision-making becomes more refined and intuitive, guided by a deeper understanding of situations and their potential outcomes. The key to sustaining these benefits lies in making higher state access a regular part of your daily routine. Set aside specific times for your practice, treating it as essential as eating or sleeping. Build supportive habits that protect and nurture your elevated awareness throughout the day. Simple practices like mindful breathing, moment-to-moment awareness, and regular check-ins help maintain your connection to these higher states. Your journey into higher mind states represents a fundamental shift in how you interact with reality. As you develop this capacity, you'll find yourself naturally attracting and creating success scenarios with less effort and greater precision. The universe responds differently to people operating from these elevated planes of consciousness, opening doors that remained invisible to ordinary awareness. Accessing higher mind states is a skill that develops through consistent practice and patience. Each session builds upon previous ones, gradually expanding your capacity for sustained elevated awareness. As you progress, you'll discover that success becomes less about external pursuit and more about allowing your enhanced consciousness to naturally attract and manifest positive outcomes. Lesson 9: Crystal clarity attracts instant breakthroughs. When your mind achieves a state of crystal clarity, breakthroughs occur with remarkable speed and precision. This pristine mental state acts as a powerful attractor for solutions, insights, and opportunities that previously seemed out of reach. Crystal clarity is not merely about having a clear thought process. It represents a state of consciousness where all mental fog dissipates, revealing the pure essence of whatever you focus upon. The path to crystal clarity begins with removing layers of mental clutter that accumulate through daily life. Just as a crystal must be carefully cleaned to reveal its natural brilliance, your mind requires regular cleansing of unnecessary thoughts, worries, and distractions. This process involves consciously releasing attachment to past experiences and future anxieties, allowing your awareness to rest fully in the present moment. As you cultivate this state of clarity, you'll notice an interesting phenomenon. Solutions to complex problems begin appearing spontaneously. This occurs because crystal clarity creates a direct channel to your intuitive wisdom, bypassing the usual mental obstacles that slow down breakthrough moments. Your brain becomes like a finely tuned instrument capable of detecting subtle patterns and connections that were previously invisible. The breakthrough process accelerates naturally when you maintain crystal clarity for extended periods. Each moment of clear awareness builds upon the previous one, creating a cumulative effect that enhances your mental acuity. This heightened state of consciousness allows you to process information more efficiently and make decisions with greater precision and confidence. Maintaining clear focus requires consistent practice and dedication. It's helpful to establish regular periods throughout your day dedicated to clearing your mind and aligning with this state of crystal clarity. This might involve specific meditation practices, mindful breathing exercises, or simply taking moments to pause and reset your mental state. The key is consistency. Brief but regular moments of clarity are more effective than sporadic longer sessions. The relationship between crystal clarity and breakthroughs is based on fundamental principles of consciousness. When your mind achieves this state of perfect clarity, it naturally aligns with higher frequencies of thought and possibility. This alignment creates a magnetic effect, drawing to you the exact insights and opportunities needed for your next breakthrough moment. To accelerate your results, focus on maintaining clarity during both your active and reflective periods. Even while engaged in daily tasks, strive to maintain that crystal clear quality of awareness. This sustained clarity creates a continuous stream of breakthrough potential rather than limiting insights to specific meditation or contemplation sessions. The implementation of these principles requires a balanced approach. While maintaining clarity is essential, it's equally important to remain engaged with your goals and aspirations. Crystal clarity isn't about emptying your mind completely. It's about creating a pristine mental environment where your intentions can manifest with minimal resistance. As you develop this practice, you'll notice that breakthroughs begin occurring in multiple areas of your life simultaneously. This is because crystal clarity doesn't discriminate between different types of challenges or opportunities. The same clear awareness that helps solve a business problem can also provide insights into personal relationships or creative projects. The state of crystal clarity becomes self-reinforcing over time. Each breakthrough experience strengthens your confidence in the process, making it easier to maintain clarity in challenging situations. This creates a positive feedback loop where clarity leads to breakthroughs, which in turn support greater clarity. By dedicating yourself to the cultivation of crystal clarity, you establish a direct line to your highest potential. This state of consciousness becomes your natural way of being, transforming how you approach challenges and opportunities. When maintained consistently, crystal clarity becomes the foundation for continuous breakthroughs and accelerated personal evolution. Lesson 10: Supreme Brain Power Emerges in Deep Coherence. Deep coherence represents the pinnacle of mental optimization, where all aspects of the brain work in perfect harmony to produce extraordinary results. When your brain achieves this state of profound integration, you tap into levels of intelligence and capability that seem almost supernatural. This coherence doesn't happen by accident. It emerges through dedicated practice, understanding of how to align your brain's various functions. The foundation of deep coherence begins with understanding that your brain operates as an interconnected network rather than isolated regions. When these networks synchronize their activity, you experience a state of heightened awareness and enhanced cognitive function. This synchronization occurs naturally during moments of intense focus, profound meditation, or when you're in a state of flow. The key is learning to intentionally create and maintain this state. To cultivate deep coherence, start by establishing regular periods of focused attention training. This isn't just about concentration, it's about allowing different parts of your brain to communicate effectively with each other. Practice activities that require both analytical and creative thinking simultaneously, such as solving complex problems while maintaining awareness of your intuitive insights. This dual-mode processing helps build neural bridges between different brain regions. Physical practices also play a crucial role in developing brain coherence. Regular exercise, especially activities that require cross-body coordination, helps strengthen the corpus callosum, the bridge between your brain's hemispheres. Combine this with breathing exercises that activate both sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous systems to create a balanced state conducive to coherent brain function. The environment you create for your brain significantly impacts its ability to achieve coherence. Minimize exposure to jarring transitions and scattered attention patterns. Instead, design your workspace and daily routine to support sustained focus and smooth transitions between activities. This might mean implementing regular breaks for integration, using specific sound frequencies that promote coherent brain states, or adjusting lighting to match your brain's natural rhythms. Advanced practitioners of deep coherence often report experiencing what feels like direct access to universal intelligence. This isn't mystical thinking. It's the result of your brain operating at its optimal capacity, processing information from multiple sources simultaneously while maintaining perfect clarity. In this state, solutions to complex problems often appear spontaneously and learning becomes exponentially faster. Developing supreme brain power through coherence requires patience and consistent practice. Begin with short periods of coherence training, gradually extending the duration as your capacity grows. Pay attention to the conditions that support your best mental states and systematically recreate these conditions. Notice how your thinking becomes clearer and more integrated as you progress. One powerful technique for developing coherence is the practice of whole brain synchronization exercises. These might include activities like listening to binaural beats while solving problems, practicing moving meditation, or engaging in creative visualization while maintaining analytical awareness. The goal is to activate multiple brain regions while keeping them working in harmony rather than competition. As your brain becomes more coherent, you'll notice a natural emergence of higher cognitive abilities. Complex problems become easier to solve, pattern recognition improves dramatically, and your ability to learn and integrate new information accelerates. This isn't about pushing your brain harder, it's about allowing it to function in its natural state of optimal performance. The ultimate goal of developing deep coherence is not just to enhance mental performance but to create a sustainable state of elevated consciousness that becomes your new baseline. From this foundation, supreme brain power emerges naturally, allowing you to access extraordinary levels of intelligence and creativity whenever needed. This becomes your platform for consistent success and continuous growth in all areas of life. Coherence is a dynamic state that requires ongoing cultivation. The practices that help you achieve it must become part of your daily routine, integrated into how you approach both challenges and opportunities. With sustained practice, you'll find that supreme brain power becomes not just a temporary peak state but your natural way of being.